Hi guys, welcome to Trading Card Talk. Today we're going to talk about the hype in Pokemon right now. This week has been crazy, and we thought we'd bring along the man who's been in the middle of it all. It is
Logan Paul.
Oh, yeah. Damn, sorry guys. We couldn't get Logan on. I did DM him.
Yeah.
Didn't get read. Don't know why. Especially after we paid 11 grand for a booster pack. What's that about? But yeah, we got Randolph here.
What'd you get again in the pack?
Clefairy.
Oh, no, it
Oh,
hurts.
pull the Charizard, bro. Pull the Charizard.
Knowing that this is going to go live, it hurts. Absolutely hurts. We got a Clefairy doll. Randolph, you got a...
Super Energy Retrieval, Pikachu, Squirtle, Bulbasaur.
So, yeah. So
Everyone's actually got 2 starters and a Pikachu. Did I not realize Pokemon Yellow existed?
Yeah. It's the starter, if anything, right? It's the starter, like Ash.
Exactly.
You know? Not on the games first, but I feel like Pikachu is,
It's the
Pikachu
main
is the starter.
It's the main mascot of Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, also, you've got Pikachu ears when you lean forward.
Oops.
Look, lean forward, gone. No, lean forward. Not. What are you doing? What? Do you not know what forward is?
Right then, guys. We're here for Trading Card Talk, and Tom's had far too many energy drinks because it is quite late. But let's talk about this week. It's been a crazy week for Pokemon. Pokemon prices have been shooting up. Like, that's a real thing.
Yeah.
Influencers from yourself, Logan Paul. Who else has been involved?
Logic.
Who else we got? Throw some names.
Travis Mills. Is that
Travis
his name?
Mills. Okay.
What's his
no
name?
idea.
FaZe K.
FaZe K. Okay. Graham Stevenson in the US.
There's more, for sure.
Yeah,
There's so many
there is
more.
defo more.
It's late, guys.
It is
It's
late.
late.
So all these guys
Justin
have been getting
Bieber?
involved. Justin Bieber.
He's been about it for a while.
Yeah.
And didn't Gary say in his video
That he
he's
offered
been
him
offering
stupid money, yeah.
Yeah. Which, obviously Logan Paul is definitely a very financially secure person.
But not like Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber, he gets what he
Another
wants.
status.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, imagine being Justin Bieber and not being able to buy a Charizard off some Donny who just lives in Vegas with like 6 of them. I'm saying, who do you think I am? Like, do you know who I am? Like, that's what probably.
And his
Justin Bieber's
card's in a
thinking.
box, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't want to sell you one. Sorry."
Yeah. So for those who don't know what we're talking about the second video that Logan did about Pokemon, not in
I
counting
was
the
gonna
live
say it's
stream.
like a millionth, isn't it? He's done loads.
He's
right?
done the first one. I bought one. He's doing
Yeah.
the live stream, which I wouldn't count as the video, and then they're buying the 150k
But
Charizard.
Livestream hit 8.5 million views,
Yeah.
which
Oof.
is insane. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a base set booster box, first edition, cool. But I mean, 8.5 million views. What's that about?
That's the type of thing that we would expect it to get as Pokemon like fans, but
Yeah.
it wouldn't.
Yeah.
But it did.
Well,
It
if
did.
I opened a base set first edition box on this channel, it'd probably get like 10,000 views.
That's amazing though.
Which
Amazing
for
for
this
our
channel
channel,
would
yeah,
be
it's
amazing.
good.
You
But
should buy one.
I don't. It's probably better than the Clefairy in terms of money per view.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
so-
and you'd get the first edition Charizard back potentially.
Right, so
Yeah,
we've got to
PSA
talk.
10.
We've got to talk about this reaction because Randolph hasn't said a word all day, and then we went on the live stream earlier,
Yeah.
and he just bopped it in there within the first 20
He was
seconds.
like,
I
"Clefairy
was
doll."
like, what? And then on this video he did right. So basically, we got a Clefairy doll
Yeah.
first edition in our stupid pack because we were stupid enough to buy one.
Yeah. And to be fair, Randolph was on a call whilst he was doing it, and everyone was like, "Oh, I bet you hope they get a dead pack." And he was like, "No, I love these guys." Then he comes here and rinses us.
No,
Yeah,
no.
that's it, that's
I
it.
was ready for your pack. When I heard your name called, I was really excited because I heard Connor first, and obviously I knew who that was.
Yeah.
Whereas
Yeah.
obviously everyone else on the call didn't. Because obviously Josh.
Or in the world.
No, Josh knows Greater Gem.
Yeah.
that's
So,
cool, that's cool.
but he doesn't know about Connor just yet.
No.
Just saying. So, yeah, it was definitely interesting. I was really rooting for you guys. I cringed a lot when nothing came out. Like, because first of all, like, obviously we're not
It's
getting
not
any.
good.
There were a lot of starters, weren't they? In the whole
Yeah.
box, there were a lot
Yeah.
of Bulbasaurs, a lot of Pikachu's,
8
Squirtles,
Pikachus.
Charmanders. Yeah, which is crazy. So I after I didn't see one of them, I was thinking bit of a stinker, but got potential.
For the
And
hollow.
Clefairy came out. But I want to say, like, fair play to you guys for actually buying one.
Yeah.
Because that's a big thing. It's a big thing to do.
Well, I
and
wanted
it's-
to be part of history.
Exactly, and
It's
that
an
is, that
event.
is Pokemon history. That's the
Yeah.
biggest ever event in terms of the cards, and you guys were a part of it, and a very funny part of it. Like a
Yeah.
It was
meme.
funny.
You know,
And
you guys will always live with that.
No one knew that we'd bought a pack besides you. I don't think.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And then Mike picked up our Clefairy doll, dropped it, and went, "This is the me of Pokemon card."
He was laughing at it so
Yeah.
much. We also did a skit on the actual live stream.
Oh, we did, yeah.
Where I pretended I didn't know the pack had been bought
Yeah.
and that Tom had just gone ahead and done it, and I was just shouting at Tom.
Right, that makes sense. So some guys in my Discord messaged me saying, or spoke to me on voice chat saying, "Did Connor not know?" And I was like, "No, he was in the chat when you guys told me."
Yeah.
So I didn't mean to spoil it. I didn't know that was
Nah.
him.
Because I was like, look, I thought, you know, we've been saving for the channel for so long. I thought this would be the opportunity, the one way to bang. And
Well, yeah, if anyone doesn't know, Tom loves YouTube, don't you?
Yeah, I
I
do.
think that's fair to say. And you
I've
love all
been
the
doing YouTube
personalities.
now for like 8 years?
Yeah.
9 years?
Well, this
Yeah.
the link between Greater Gem and me wouldn't have happened if you didn't reach out.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
I've been buying cards of Connor for a long time, but I didn't know
Yeah.
that you switched to Graded Gem and opened the service.
Yeah,
When I first was buying back in like 2016, it was just Graded Groudon.
that was it.
But
That was PSA Pokemon UK. That was it, man.
yeah.
I
literally.
DM'd you. I slid into the
He
Twitter
DM'd me
DMs.
and I read it, and I was because at the time I was actually looking for someone to grade.
Yeah.
And you messaged me, I was like, "This is perfect." And then I was like, "Graded Gem." I was like, "I swear I used to know someone called Graded Groudon." Then I went onto your website,
Yeah.
found the Instagram, and I was like, "That is Connor and
It
Tom."
is, yeah.
That is
And
Connor.
Tom. And Tom.
Just
But
Connor.
No, Tom's here.
But yeah,
as
so
well.
obviously that the YouTube, you enjoying YouTube is guess
Yeah,
what
yeah.
led to this relationship, so which is good for both of us. So and
Are
obviously
we in
nice
a
to meet you
relationship
guys.
now?
We're in a working relationship
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
for
and
sure.
a friendship.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
friendship, yeah, 100%.
Not a romantic one.
Nah, I mean,
Oh,
it
Why
could
are
get,
you
it could
pushing
get there
this?
though. If,
Like, I would say we got enough out of that sentence. You don't need to push that.
if you can bring me some more Skyridge Hollow 10s,
We
Oh,
did get that.
then
Well,
Yeah.
to be
it
fair,
may-
we hooked you up, bro.
You did hook me up. Well, no, they didn't hook me up like.
Whoa, no, yeah.
No, but they gave me. Well, no, they didn't. They gave me
Why
the
is he causing
return
problems?
that PSA gave them of my 10 Charizard,
We
which I
hooked you up with
needed.
an amazing video.
Because you guys salute. Well, you guys, the order of the. For those who don't know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about, I did a video of PSA returns where it was full of Skyridge cards, and I got burned badly. Apart from the one card, the Charizard. I mean, I got the 9 on the reverse as well.
Yeah, that was good.
You
that
did
was
well
good.
on your Charizards.
Yeah, but
Your Celebi.
the first Celebi, the
Ah.
Hello, the Hollow Celebi, even 8s. Like 8s is decent, but
When I opened
Sevens
it up,
as well.
Celebi was the one I saw first, and straight away I cringed. I was like, no.
on the
please
return
no.
video, is that the first time you saw them, or did you see already?
No, I
We opened them as soon as they
yeah,
got
I
out.
Yeah.
checked them to make sure there's nothing crazy happening with the returns. Oh, all of these are chopped up. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
You know, I have to check them just for safety. It's
Yeah.
a lot more fun not knowing the grades though.
Yeah.
When
for
you're
sure.
doing the
Yeah.
returns, right? So you can just be disappointed live
Yeah,
on
I
camera.
do returns videos blind.
Yeah.
I'd never know anyone's grade.
That's sick.
Yeah, we
so-
sort out each other's, don't we?
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, because
Back
we
on
always,
track.
Yeah, get back on the train track. Right.
Hype!
Hype. So at the moment, cards are going for record prices. There's no point naming particular cards because it's basically every single card. Charizards in particular.
$250,000.
Charizards have gone from what was a PSA 9 Charizard in March this year?
Well, I know. I tell you, January was 6,000 because I was watching PWCC. I think in
edition,
January,
this is.
first edition ending, and I was saying to Tom, I didn't buy one because I was scared of getting hit by import.
Yeah. So $6,000. So you were scared about that 1,200 quid. 20%. I'm sorry, Randolph. I saw that disappointment in your face.
It
You're
is what
like,
it is.
"Oh,
I
no."
mean, it's what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is. And now the PSA 9 is going for around 50,000.
Which is more
Yeah.
than the 10 was going for like this time last year.
Yeah, and it's more than Collectibles Guru, which we'll get onto sure at some point. Even predicted.
Yeah.
Like, he said in Logan's video that Logan bought it one off him for 22.5k.
Yeah.
Then he said by Christmas it's gonna be 35 to 40, and it's already 50.
So what is the impact there? Why has that happened?
Well,
I
the
guess,
impact is not just Logan Paul, right?
No, right,
But he kickstarted it.
Yeah.
Everyone. Pokemon's one of the biggest franchises in the world, right?
With the
Fact.
biggest.
The biggest media.
Yeah, grossing at least. So it's not a stranger to anybody. But with Pokemon, there's so many different things, right?
Yeah.
Same with like something like Disney. You got like TV shows, movies, theme parks. But with Pokemon, you have like the anime,
Yeah.
the game, which I still think the game is the biggest, right?
Yeah, sure.
Games is the biggest.
Yeah.
Not the biggest merchandise, is the biggest revenue, but like biggest.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
In
Biggest
terms
no.
of
Yeah,
in-
TCG. Then I guess merchandise and everything else.
Movie-
But
yeah, movies.
out of those things, trading cards has not always been at the top. It feels like it is for us because we
Yeah.
we love collecting cards, but the love for Pokemon is always there. Whether someone's
Yeah,
collecting cards, whether someone's buying Darkness Ablaze a new set, the love for Pokemon is still there. So I think what stuff like this Logan Paul, what things like this Logan. Right, I'm tired, man.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right.
The Logan Paul effect kickstarts that love back.
Yeah.
So it's not just him. He just ignites that love
I think
inside.
Yeah.
when you came here last time, I think I spoke about how you made it acceptable for people to collect the TCG and not be embarrassed. You know,
Right,
you were
yeah.
doing it in the attic. Well, I always say it's just that effect again multiplied.
Yep.
Because he's Logan Paul, like he's massive, 22
King of
point.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's saying that it's okay to like these cards.
For sure. I mean, bro, since he's done that, I've been getting hit up by a lot of my friends
Yeah.
and other people who wouldn't have done it before.
Yeah.
You know, now that Logan's, like you said, revived it or has made it cool again.
Yeah.
Max Revive.
using Max Revive is super effective.
Super
you know,
effective.
like now people are messaging me that I never would have before. Like a lot of my friends, direct friends, a lot of other people who maybe thought me, venturing off away from music. Well, not instead of music, but away from music to do Pokemon. Thought I was crazy, but now saying, "Wow, you're doing bits. Well done," because of Logan Paul.
Yeah, and do you get that when you're talking about Pokemon before? Sometimes you get glazed eyes.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh,
the
cool.
child game,
Yeah, I work full time for Pokemon cards,
Yeah.
and people just glaze over. But now
Mm-hmm.
there's genuine interest. People, like you say, people are contacting and they're interested in what you have to say.
And it's happened time and time again. It happened with Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
And again,
Pokemon Go. Wow.
Pokemon Go is not new in terms of Pokemon. It's just what we love. Pokemon is such a likable franchise. Everyone loves the characters. That's what makes Pokemon different from anything else. Digimon, there's all these different type of games.
Yeah.
What's the new one? Temtem, the new Pokemon style game. No one attaches to that as much because it's not Pokemon. It's not Pikachu, Charizard, all these iconic like creatures really. So I think that's a big reason. And then again, COVID, whatever happened there, whether that was Gary Vee, it could have. We keep saying it's COVID. It could have been Gary Vee pushing it.
Yeah.
Because that's what led to Logan getting into it, right?
Yeah.
Logan directly says that's why that's how he started hearing about the cards.
It's just been a lot of coincidences happening at once. I think the COVID effect is definitely real.
Yeah.
Because obviously we've all been stuck indoors. We've been talking like how it work nowadays at the moment. Like there's not much time. You can't go out to a restaurant as comfortably. You can go out, but you don't feel as comfortable. You can go to a theme park. You don't feel as comfortable. You just don't feel free.
But you can browse eBay.
You can browse eBay.
And you can also go in your loft.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Tidy up. You know? Yeah.
Oh, what have I done? Oh, what's this? It's a book. What's this Charizard? Let's Google it.
Why
Oh,
is it
wow.
with no shadow?
Just earlier, I spoke on the phone, obviously no names here, with someone who had a Charizard base set first edition in their drawer.
From the UK?
From the UK.
Wow.
So obviously I've got to try and reach out to this person again to try and get them to submit. But like in their drawer, just chilling there for a decade. Charizard, but even if it's 2 decades, even if it's a PSA 6 or a PSA 7 or a PSA 8, just stuck there. And that's crazy.
That's an expensive piece of IKEA.
Yeah, I mean, I think the first edition Charizard is probably the most surprising card to ever see in a binder, right?
Yeah.
I feel like any time I've ever seen a first edition Charizard, it's always in a PSA case.
Yeah.
So I've never ever seen one just raw sat there, and it's so weird to me. I see it on Instagram, like, what is this alien thing?
Yeah.
We've seen 2.
Yeah, come through the service.
We've seen a few.
No, I mean like 2 in one day.
Oh, right. Okay. Right.
Yeah. So a couple of years ago, we looked through a first edition everything Watsy
Wow.
binders for someone that we graded for a long time ago, and I was like, oh, come round. We looked and we were like, their first edition Charizard. This was 2 years ago. This before there was like a quarter of a mil.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, oh, we were like, what? And
It's
then we were
crazy
taking
to think
photos with them. And
They
all
were like
sorts.
5k, and I know. Don't get me wrong, 5k is a lot of money.
It's not compared to a quarter of a mil though.
No, yeah, but like $250,000 is a different league. It's a Lamborghini.
5,000 right now. You take out a loan for that.
Yeah.
That's the type of purchase you take out a loan for.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're saying 250,000 now because there's been a few purchases recently.
Logic is the
Logic was the big one because that was he actually bought that during Logan's live stream.
Yeah,
It ended during the live stream, so Logic got back into it, bought a booster box himself as well, pulled the Charizard, pulled Raichu, and amongst other things. But I think it was like 180k, right, plus the buyer's premium.
Yeah, which is like 40k.
Yeah, and I always heard a lot of people talk about this, like by saying the car's not worth 220k because of the buyer's premium added. And I'm like,
But how much did he pay?
He paid 220k, so
Exactly.
it's like that's what it's worth to him, So yeah, and then obviously it came out. Logan bought one before the live stream of Gary for 150k, and for that card to already go from 150 to 220k, a 70k increase is crazy.
But it's worth whatever anyone wants to pay for it, and less of them are available because more people are buying them at that high value, right?
And
so the price just goes up.
And that's a good way to look at, I think, base set anyway in general, base set first edition, but especially unlimited base set. Like how many? I think base set unlimited is like the most printed set of all time.
Yeah, there's tons
like
of it.
8 print runs or whatever. So,
and that's why I've always been down on it because from my background, I just saw people stacking base set like evolutions, like just stacking it. Like, it cost me $1 or $2, and it's quite nice. It's nostalgic. I'll put it in my display.
Yeah,
it wasn't
There are
money.
pictures of people that have made like forts out of base set boxes.
Yeah.
And stuff like that, and hid inside.
And now it's money.
It's again, it's supply and demand, and yes, there are a lot of these boxes, so there's a lot of supply potentially, but the demand still outweighs it. Like demand is not a set thing; it can always change. And if there's more demand than there is supply, then it's gonna go up. Yeah. Obviously, that's the way it is. And then even on eBay now, there's quite a few Charizard 9s out there. I mean, nines for me is always the card. The unlimited 9 is always like the I don't know. It's like if you're gonna ever use a metric,
it's like a collectible piece.
Yeah.
It's
What
like-
you see it everywhere.
Yeah,
Like, it's always
reference
been
point.
around. You've always been able to get one.
yeah.
You can't always get a first edition 9.
No.
But you can always get a 9 unlimited for whatever price it may be. In January, maybe it was 300, 400. I think one sold $5,000 on bid,
Oh.
which is insane. But that's because the demand is there right now. The question is, how long will this demand for base set last?
Well, I think it's going to be there forever, right? Because we're the ones who love Pokemon, because we're the ones that grew up, and it's the first set we could have bought.
Yep.
What do you think about the complete set of first edition PSA 10s that is on the market right now?
What's the price? What's going
I
on?
think it's $500,000.
$500,000 for a full set PSA 10 first
Dollars,
editions.
dollars, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's big value there.
It's
but
big.
how many times have we said like eventually the Charizard first edition will be worth $1 million? Like eventually that.
I think it
Like
will be.
eventually,
Yeah.
and we're not saying tomorrow and a
By
decade
Christmas.
time. We're not saying by Christmas. We're saying like it is the pinnacle of the hobby,
Yeah.
and the hobby will eventually get to that value point.
There's no better. There's no bigger English card.
No,
It doesn't
No.
exist.
No, it
Like
just doesn't.
ask anybody. That's a card. Charizard.
I feel like at the start of the year, I predicted this with yourself and Omnipoke. I said 2 things are going to happen this year.
Yeah,
I said the Pikachu Illustrator is going to hit $250,000.
yeah.
And then the Charizard will by the end of the
Done
year.
both.
And kind of everyone was like, nah, shut up. And I was like, nah, it's going to happen. And it happened. I feel like vindicated, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So well done.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really know what to say to that. Like,
Connor comes
it's
from
like
the time, though.
congratulations
Yeah.
for being right.
Connor comes from a time where those cards would never have hit that.
No, of course not.
And like, a lot of the old school collectors are like, what is going on?
When you say,
I think.
Connor comes from a time, the same age as us.
Yeah,
No, but I
I'm
mean,
like a
like, from
month
the-
I
older.
know what you mean, I know what you
From
mean.
when he started collecting and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah.
In the hardcore way that he did.
Yeah, it always annoys me the fact that like I was watching you at the time.
Well, you were collecting at the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
were part of it like at the
Poke
time.
dot round.
Yeah,
Yeah, Polka Dot Rand.
you were
Yeah.
collecting at the
Why
time.
do you guys always call it Poke Rand?
Because there's not an accent on it on Instagram.
No, it's not. But I can't add one, can I? As a username.
No, you can't.
Damn it. But anyway, yeah. I mean, it's just that like the annoying thing for me is that as I've started to, I guess, grow into my career,
Yeah, it
Pokemon
is-
career.
it is
Go on,
definitely a
Pokemon
career,
career.
yeah.
Come on.
the card prices have risen at the exact same
your fault.
rate as like my income has risen.
It's your fault.
Yeah, so like
You've
all,
done it.
all the cards that are out of reach for me back then are still out of reach now. And
Yeah.
it's, it's about which
That's
to
a bit
choose. But I think that makes it fun, to be fair. Like
If you could get it all easily, there's no point.
yeah, I think this whole thing, the whole Logan Paul thing, and the whole increase has got a lot of people down.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of people very happy and very rich. But I think I'm still content. Like I'm happy to move on,
Yeah.
change my goals. End of the
Yeah,
day,
yeah.
like I love. There's so many cards out there that I enjoy. So like, I can always easily change my goals. And just because Logan Paul's buying a card doesn't mean I can't enjoy a different one. You know.
Yeah, well, Modern's big. Modern's got great quality cards,
Yeah.
and that's still a great entry point in terms of price point. Like, there's still just Pokemon cards at the back. They've got exactly the same background.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
they're still just Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
And that you can still enjoy them. And to be fair, Charizard V Maxes, Charizard Vs, they're printing Charizards for days. So if you want to start a Charizard collection, you can probably do that. Right?
Yeah, it's like if a billionaire buys a yacht, are you going to be really annoyed that you can't buy a yacht?
Yeah.
It's the
You know what I
old. It's the someone's always going to be richer. Someone's always going to be a bigger fish. Someone's and in life you just have to accept that really.
Yeah.
And that Charizard has always been expensive, no matter.
Oh yeah,
kind
it's always
of
been the
when.
card. The
Yeah.
whole. I mean, I don't think Pokemon would be Pokemon without that Charizard card.
Yeah.
I know we were talking about earlier about the games being potentially bigger than the cards, which I think is still true.
How many copies of the latest game, Sword and Shield, could you buy for the price of a PSA 10 Charizard? It's a lot, innit? Like, that's 250,000
Quick maths.
divided by like
True.
50 quid.
It's 30. Oh, £50. Yeah, 125,000 copies, right? No, that's
What? No.
£5. That's £2.
What? He's not very good at that.
I'm selling the cards for £2.
50,000? No. 5,000 copies?
I'm
5,000 copies of
just
the
gonna
game or
wait for
something.
you guys to do the answer.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's 5,000 copies
Yeah.
of the
Okay.
games.
Okay, yeah.
So you'd have to sell 5,000 Switches and 5,000 copies of the games just to be able to get the one card.
So yeah,
But Pokemon don't make that money.
yeah, they don't, not at all.
No.
They made £2.50 when that pack was sold,
Yeah.
or whatever it was.
I guess the question is now: are these Pokemon cards going to become like a collectible for rich influencers,
Yes.
for investors, and is that trend going to continue? Like,
Yeah.
if I went round to Jay-Z's house, is he going to be like, "Oh, look at my Charizard on the wall"? Like, is that
Yeah.
like maybe not?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so because
Yeah?
you got to remember, like, while Logan Paul probably is the reason many people are buying cards now, he's not forcing them to, and
That's true.
they wouldn't buy it unless, or in a few cases, unless they didn't like Charizard, right?
Yeah.
Well, they
They
did
have
like Pokemon at some, relationship.
But I think as well now, you are seeing some people, a minor amount of people who are buying purely for investment.
Yeah.
By
100%.
purely, like, say how a lot of Pokemon people go into sports.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of people like sports. I'm not saying they don't, but they may not know about the hobby. They may not know about the cars. May not have that nostalgia, but they'll go and find, Luka Doncic. They know that's a high price card. People will come into Pokemon and do that. What's the card? Charizard. Investors, traders will come into Pokemon, such as like the collectibles guru. That's what he came in as, and he's gonna think, right, this Zard or this Stoice is what I'm gonna flip my cash into.
Yeah,
put my cash into and flip.
I was saying to Connor, like, so we was comparing this to sports cards. I was like, the people with the 2.3 or $2.9 million sports cards, they're not people who just like sports cards. They are on display in a rich ass person's house.
Yeah,
like some mad celebrity,
Mad
or like
successful
Bill
person.
Gates has probably just got one like super glued to his wall. It's not someone who just goes, "Oh, I really like the Lakers."
Yeah.
That's true. That's absolutely true.
I think you got to remember as well. I think it's all timing. I think Pokemon is just in the Sword and Shield era having so much success. Even the game, the game is like one of the highest selling games of all time. I think it's just behind like Diamond and Pearl. I think maybe overtaking them at this point. But Logan Paul didn't create the hype for Hidden Fates, or Champion's Path, or Darkness of Blaze. So that was already there.
Did he live stream the game? I don't think he did.
So new people were already on their way in anyway. So it's a conglomerate of everything.
There had to be something there for Logan to pick up.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. Where did he get into it from?
Gary
V. Where did Gary V get into it from?
There had to be something there. If it wasn't all led, if it wasn't already a big hobby, then there was nothing. He couldn't just pick up, lamps and start selling those. You get what I mean? Like, I love lamps. Oh, I've got so many lamps. I'm opening this lampshade. Like, you can't do that. Like, there has to be.
I don't think he got it, did he?
No, I don't think he did.
No.
You never watched Anchorman?
Oh
no!
I have.
Exposed.
What's going on?
I love Lamb. He's like, you just say the first thing you see and
yeah.
saying you love it.
That is now the end of the episode. Thanks, guys, for watching.
But it's like if Logan said go and buy the Mona Lisa, people wouldn't, because his fan base, his age group don't resonate with it.
How are you buying the thing that was only one off?
Well, sure. My point was
about relating.
Relating. Yeah. I'm not going to go buy fine art because Logan says it is, no matter how much it is.
Would you buy something by Edward Munch?
No.
Not even a retrospective Pikachu or Rowlet or.
I honestly feel
like
Tom is just
I was
annoying Randolph at this point, and I'm sorry for that.
I only know them as screen promos. I don't even know
Edward Munch. Yeah, they're retrospective, so they're based on the
I've got the Psyduck only. That's the only one I could afford. Because if you're looking at Pokemon investments. That's probably one of the best in the entire.
They're so sick. And why is there? Like they've all got the next Pokemon behind them, but I think the last one's got like a Haunter, which never shows up as its own card.
Yeah, because they're all running away from Haunter.
Yeah, but like you've got people running away from the side.
No, they're all running away.
You're not running them very far by going.
Did you guys know these maps went up?
Yeah.
Oh, did they?
I'm always like slouching.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Well, we just do this.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm more comfortable.
Hi there.
Let's go.
Yeah. Well, why does Randolph look like he's 9'5"?
I'm massive.
Absolute unit.
But yeah, exactly. I think like I'm not gonna go buy art for the sake of it, and while people will buy Charizard for the sake of it, I think there has to be some sort of either interest, nostalgia, or the mixture between those two things, and income as well. Like you got to remember, like how old are we? We're 26 now, right? So I guess at that point in life, you are now starting to become very independent. Probably start having a bit extra income. Like you've been to uni and that, done all that, got a job, and now you're thinking, oh wow, I'm getting like an extra £200 a month in my paycheck. Not everyone's having that, of course, but some people are.
Some people, yeah.
What am I going to spend it on?
Yeah,
Charizard. I love Pokemon.
And if you look at the fan base from Pokemon, like if you're on about like the proper nerdy kids who are really into Pokemon, playing the Pokemon card game and stuff, they've probably got even better jobs. Like computer games designers who got into computer games because of Pokemon. Computer games designers are on can be up 80, 100 grand a year.
You're attacking the stereotype there, but your point is valid.
Well, I was into Pokemon, not computer games.
But no, you are. You're right, yeah.
If I'm getting paid 80 to 100 grand a year from a computer games job, I'm spending that on stuff that I like, my nerdy stuff.
Yeah, and it's Pokemon.
Yeah, I'm buying
the biggest
Pokemon stuff. I'm buying Harry Potter stuff. I'm buying Digimon stuff. I'm buying the stuff that I liked when I was a kid. When just so happens, Pokemon's a big part of that.
Yeah, it's very true.
And I think the whole Instagram. Sorry to interrupt. The Instagram culture as well, and the way that people like to flex now and show off their belongings is changing things a lot.
I don't flex with the rollers. I flex with PSA cards.
Yeah, for sure. It's showing off what you've worked hard for, I think back in, let's say a few years ago when you first started, I think back then, PSA grading was more about literally protecting your cards.
Protecting your cards, yeah, for sure.
And seeing, and having an actual,
and trying to complete sets.
Going
like that,
and being able to say to each other, "This is a 9, so I'm going to buy a 9 off you because PSA said it is," rather than saying this is min. Whereas I think now the difference is 3 years later or 4 years later, or whatever, is that they're now literally display pieces, aren't they? More than they were.
Yeah,
they always have been because they've been put in a case. That's one of their purposes. But I think there's many reasons back then why you would not want to show it off necessarily. Yeah. Whereas now, Instagram culture. The way things
if I walked into someone's house that I barely knew and it was just like, oh yeah, come round. First of all, COVID. But I walked into their living room and I saw on their on their mantelpiece next to the TV like shine-ins or something sick. Just
or anything Pokemon, right? Anything.
I'd be like, yeah, whoa, they're all whoa. But yeah, I'd just be like,
I'm so bored of this. Like, I'm so bored of this joke.
For example, if I went in and saw my favorite card, the Pikachu Gold Star PSA 10, I'd be like, You're a legend.
Yeah.
You're actually a legend.
So you reckon as adults that's what's going to happen, yeah? You're going to go around to tea parties and go, "Whoa, you got that. That is what it could be."
Yeah. I think 4 years ago, right? If you had the Gold Star, I don't think you would have it out in your room on the wall. I think you'd have it in a box in your cupboard. But I think now you would have it out. Like you'd have it on, great big cases or something.
Yeah.
Thanks, Leon Hart.
You didn't make him say that, by the way.
Yeah.
But the face he made, he definitely.
I'm very sarcastic.
Blink twice if you need help.
I feel like every time we do like a trading card talk, it's just the same.
Yeah, we just got to love it.
But they love it, I think.
Yeah.
I hope they like it.
I like talking about it.
Yeah.
We love doing this. We try and do it over Skype calls and Discord calls, but then
I hate Skype.
Yeah, I know. I don't even know what planet I'm on. But like, it just goes on for like hours and hours that we don't record. But you guys just get the unedited version when Randy's here. So
yeah. Well, we're working on a podcast to try and obviously you're still going to do your trading card talks. I'll still do my videos, but I think it's. We enjoy just chatting, especially off camera. I think I did a video on my channel where you guys came on and we just spoke for 2 hours before that.
Yeah.
Before we started recording.
Well, you've been here since like what, Tuesday last week or something? It's weird. We just got around to recording. So.
Yeah. Facts.
And considering how busy a week you've had, that's quite impressive.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's been insane. I didn't think it would get this big, even for me personally. Like even Logan's video, I didn't think it would do that well.
Yeah.
But it did do.
Yeah.
And it just shows you how big Pokemon really is, because I feel like every time something big happens in the hobby, it spreads. The news get it. Other people get it.
BBC News articles there was earlier. Yeah.
About Logic. Yeah.
About Logic.
Logic was in the actual.
Well, just about Pokemon.
Paper, yeah.
Just about Pokemon cards as well, saying what Pokemon cards have some value and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
And Logic is, well, I mean, he's a rapper, but he's just a Twitch streamer now, right?
Yeah, former rapper.
He's like a Twitch streamer is in BBC News for buying a Pokemon card. What?
I remember when.
That's nuts.
When 2016, I thought prices can't go higher.
Is that always the mentality of collectors from back then?
It has to be.
Is it always going to be, I don't think it can go much further? My mentality right now is, it can't go much further than this.
I think this is like the opposite of buyer's remorse, though. Because you're like, I don't want to buy it because the price is going too high, and I don't think they're going to go any higher. It's like reverse buyer's remorse.
Well, you know I've had to drop money on the Gengar and the Blastoise that I didn't want to.
Yeah, you finally got around to it.
I didn't want to.
They were like $600, and you were like, nah, it's
not
going to go higher than $600.
Which is crazy to think, because a lot of the cards that you have, if I wanted to buy a lot of cards you had, I would have to be paying minimum that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
so you'd have to be spending like what, $10 trillion or something? Right? Yeah, so
yeah, I'd have to take a loan from Apple, I think, to fund that one. But yeah, it's true. It's like prices change. But I remember literally thinking then, I didn't buy cards in 2016.
Yeah, because
everyone was like, "This is a bubble. This can't continue. It can't sustain."
How long have we been saying that?
Yeah,
how long have we
been saying it now?
Yeah.
So will we be here in 3 years thinking, why didn't I buy that Charizard at 10,000? It's...
I'm saying right now, if I wanted to do an investment thing and I had $1 million sitting in the bank account and I could buy 4 Charizards, I'd buy them.
Yeah, I think
if I only cared about the investment
big
side.
Big words.
No, I just would.
No, that's fair. No,
I've been saying these prices are not going to drop. I've been saying that for like the entire time we've been doing this.
I say to a lot of people all the time, like, make sure you collect what you enjoy. Like, if you don't enjoy the first edition Charizard, don't buy it.
Yeah.
But then again, like, if you did invest in that,
that's boring than the stock as well.
But you could have sold it and then bought what you wanted. Do you know what I'm saying? So, for example, in the example of you not being able to buy some of the cards that you've got now because the price has jumped up. What I could have done is I could have bought a first edition Charizard back then.
Yeah, they could buy all of his cards.
Waited,
buy all of them.
Sell it now and then buy. Yeah, so it's interesting to.
Actually, there's some you won't be able to because one's pop 2.
That baby's not going anywhere.
You'd have to find the other guy.
not specifically yours. I could now afford more cards that I like because I've invested. So I
think
you
could get your gym challenge. You could get your
Lugia.
Yeah, exactly.
Just buy it.
Just trade it plus cash. Mad. So it's It's interesting.
I think one last point I want to come on to, right? So base set has obviously got all the attention, right? Because Logan Paul,
First
base
edition?
set. Base set and base set, first
Okay,
edition and
cool.
base set,
Go
because
on.
people have got nostalgia with base set. So base set at the moment is probably trending higher than the rest of the sets. I think that's a fair
by
assessment.
far.
Is that a fair
yeah,
assessment?
for sure.
Right, so what happens now with the rest of the sets? And does Logan Paul, obviously we got no inside knowledge here, does Logan
Well, he
Paul...
might.
He might,
No,
but
I think Steelix is Logan's favorite Pokemon.
Steelix.
Oh, so near
That's
Genesis?
a hint. That's a hint.
Yeah.
I showed him my Neo Genesis collection, and he was like, "Bro, I love that Steelix." And I think in his video he showed one that he bought.
Well, Steelix is an amazing Pokemon. Like, it's very, very good.
I like, actually, you know what?
Isn't.
Cosmic Clip.
I
No, it's
re-
sick.
Is,
I love,
yeah.
I
I love
really
Steelix.
like that he likes Pokemon that's not the Charizard.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
enjoy that.
That shows the sign of health, I think.
Yeah,
his interest.
Yeah.
Anyone who says their favourite Pokemon is Charizard doesn't know about the other 800 odd Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
No,
Like-
you can like Charizard.
No, yeah, you can love Charizard, but there is always a Pokemon that's going to be like, oh, he's my Pokemon.
Yeah, your personality
Yeah, yeah.
in the Pokemon.
Yeah.
Mine's a
100%.
pigeon, innit? Because I'm scum.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mine's
Mine's
Groudon.
Garbodor.
Garbodor. Really, Gardevoir?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
Gardevoir.
Gardevoir.
Gardevoir?
Garbodor.
Garbodor. of the trash.
Right, okay,
trash
yeah.
Trash.
Pokemon.
Sorry, yeah.
Not Gardevoir.
No.
Garbodor.
Garbodor.
Yeah.
What did I say?
Really, is that your favourite?
No, I'm just saying like
I'm
he
trash.
said it's his
Oh,
spirit
your
animal.
personality,
I'm
right,
saying
sorry.
I'm
Yeah.
trash. Yeah.
What's your favourite though?
Lugia.
Lugia is your favourite.
It's
Okay,
Lugia,
right.
Celebi,
I thought it
and
was.
Espeon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
I've seen
Mew.
the Helium video.
Come on.
Mew's top 5 for sure for me. Yeah, 100%.
Mew's a banger because all of the Pokemon arts are great. If like the trading card arts,
Yeah.
I don't think he's one of my favorite Pokemon, but it's definitely one of my favorite Pokemon cards.
TCG.
No matter what.
You can't be
Yeah.
a bad TCG.
Obviously Pikachu as well because I'm a basic kind of guy.
So we're all feeling like now, even if Logan Paul doesn't go on to a Neo box or whatever,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're all feeling now that all the other sets are
They're all
probably-
gonna go higher.
They're all going to go
Well, it's
higher.
always they have been doing that. I remember like I think 3 years ago you could pick up any EX card you wanted
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, easy.
without question because no one liked
Easy.
them.
Yeah,
all the
easy.
Watsy guys hated. Well, didn't hate them, but they didn't really.
They're not Watsy.
Yeah.
You'd grade them to sell to buy Watsy.
Yeah. Whereas now it's a lot different. So it's interesting, but they are going, but they're just going at a slower rate. Basic will
Yeah.
always be first.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
if you're looking to, and again, this happens in any set. And anytime a certain card becomes unaffordable, don't be beaten up by not being able to get that card. Move on to find something else. Find your own gems.
There's other Pokemon, like there's other of that species, other cards of that species. If you can't get the Lugia from Neo Genesis, get a Lugia from Lost Thunder. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, do you know, you can still collect your favorite Pokemon. I can't get the Pikachu Gold Star, but I've got the Pikachu Build-A-Bear.
Yeah, come
Yeah,
on.
do you know
come
what I
on.
mean?
That's
Yeah.
it. That's
You haven't
it.
got the Groudon Gold Star, but you've got pretty much every other Groudon. You haven't got the Lugia yet from Neo Genesis.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I haven't.
you've definitely got Wing Fingers McGee in other PSA
Yeah.
formats.
But then again,
Sorry,
I think I probably need to not apologize, but I need to say that trading and investing, I guess, is a way to build your collection.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
I've always thought this is an undervalued card. I should buy that, but again, I thought to myself, do I really want it? So I hadn't. But again, the example before, if I did, I could now trade it and use it as leverage.
So a lot of people with these big collections. So my background, as you rightly said, was buying and selling cards. I did
Yeah.
a lot of that, and I kept the ones I wanted.
Mm.
That's how it worked. Like it was investing. Yeah, it was.
Well, yeah, but
not
you were
sitting in this-
investing your money from Sainsbury's into
Yes.
cards that you probably didn't want to keep in your collection. There were some that you did, some that you didn't. You'd use the ones that you didn't to get more of the ones that you did.
But is it a different game now because the stakes are higher?
Yeah.
Right,
It
is that literally it? Is it because that I could go out and use my Sainsbury's wage? Thanks Sainsbury's. Thank you actually a lot.
Thanks, Tom
Actually, to be
Yeah.
fair. And like because I could do it at such a low level and I could do that, therefore it's looked upon like better.
Even for people working at Sainsbury's, 200 quid a month was affordable.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Whereas now, if you were still at Sainsbury's, you couldn't go out and spend 50 grand extra on a card. You're not earning 50 grand. Oh, well, you'd be working there for a very long time to have 50 grand spare change.
to be earning 50 grand from
That's what I mean.
Sainsbury's in a year, you know what I mean?
No, but I mean, that's what I'm on about. The spare change kind of thing that you're spending. I know 100 quid's not spare change, but when that's your only
But if that's
hobby,
what you care about,
yeah.
yeah.
Like if you're not spending 50 quid a week on a night out, that's what you've got left.
Yeah.
If you're spending that, it's different. It's a different game now. I think now you're either collecting and it's going to be modern stuff, it like at the normal kind of human pay price range, and collecting the Pokemon you care about, or you're just going to be like, I'm loaded anyway, I'll collect what I want.
Yeah, I think a big part of it as well is that I think often people look at black and white as a very lackluster era of Pokemon.
Bad sets.
Yeah, bad sets, also
love
bad print quality,
Black and white.
but also like I feel like the Pokemon
Probably
in general. Yeah.
There was a chance it could die. I mean, obviously it didn't, but
Yeah.
if there was ever a time Pokemon could die,
especially in a
it was
TCG,
then.
right? Not just in the games. Maybe the games were still kicking about.
The games are still sick.
But the cards just seemed like a low period. Like I think back then I was just I've got memories of every era apart from that one. And I think that's the type of one where you just you're out and about, buy a packet like Woolworths type thing.
I remember vividly opening packs and seeing the Plasma Shield cards, and I think that's why I love them so much. But other than that, I don't remember them at all.
Yeah, and that's reflected in the pop reports as well. Not only because the quality is not great, but I think my point with this all is that Sword and Shield era, Sun and Moon, X and Y were all way more popular than Black and White. So in 20 years from now, people will look back at this
and
they'll look back at Hidden Fates Charizard.
Hidden Fates is the new base set.
Yeah, they'll look at a lot. I mean, even
Revolutions.
Yeah, a lot of these sets like this will bring people back into the hobby, and that'll be their first. There's so many people who like literally Sun and Moon is their first Pokemon game. X and Y. We think everyone starts with Gen 1. It's not true.
It's not how it works.
12-year-olds now will start on Sword and Shield and then go back.
Yeah.
So my point is, in 20 years, there is a chance where Morpeko Full Art may be worth a decent amount of money.
£2.
But there is a chance
because it's already worth £100.
Yeah, but these kids grow up, right?
Yeah.
These kids become those IT technicians that we were laughing about.
Yeah.
These kids don't care about.
We weren't laughing
Charizard.
about them. That was literally me.
Yeah, that was you. Yeah, like these kids actually like Galarian Surfetched, and that was their favourite Pokemon. And that's the one that they want to collect in PSA 10, and they're £500 each.
You have got people who love like Pokemon that kind of naff as well. Like my favourite Pokemon is Pidgey.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Would I pay a lot of money for a Pidgey? Probably, if it was the right Pidgey.
Exactly. And it's like, so there's no harm in collecting the V cards, the V Full Art from Sword and Shield. There's no harm in collecting like a Gold Station or a Rillaboom, etc. Because in 20 years, it may have a similar effect than it is now. So just always collect what you want, but also don't be afraid to venture into something that other people aren't doing.
Yeah. Like me and Digimon.
Never ever be afraid of that, actually. That's great advice. Like, if no one else has interest in it, but you do, forget what everyone else says.
Doesn't matter what
like
they say.
It really doesn't matter.
The truth was, you could pick up Charizard's always been Charizard, but you could pick up a PSA 9 unlimited Charizard for like £350, £400.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of money for sure, but it's nothing compared to 5,000 that we're seeing now. So, don't always follow the hype, because at the end of the day, the competition's there, Buy cards that people aren't interested in.
If you buy cards that you love, it doesn't matter what the price is as well.
Or even buy cards that you think's got a potential. Now, because again, I mean, I'm looking at the prices and I'm thinking, just buy. Honestly, I think there's never been a bad time to buy cards. I know prices are going up, but just buy some cards, and you don't have to sell them. You don't even have to do anything with them.
Where would you buy them from?
Pokemon.net.
Yeah. That's it.
Come on. I'm learning with the plugs, but I think I plug Graded Gem more than I do Pokemon.
Yeah.
Other than the fact that there's a massive logo on every video I do.
That's true.
I think I plug Grade Fit and Graded Gem in your videos somehow more than you expect as well.
Tom plugs
that one time, remember that one time where he just goes, "Make sure you check out Graded Gem." We're like, what?
What about in your video where you were like, Grade Fit, Graded Gem? You open the note and you were like, oh, Grade Fit, Graded Gem had just
that
been
was
plugged
so
as well.
annoying. Yeah, I was like, I've done it. I've already plugged it, and then I was thinking maybe it's like, oh, hey Randy, hope you're well.
Love you.
Grade Fit. I was like, I've done that already. But I guess where's this all going, man? I feel like
up.
That's the question mark, and at the end of the day, the question mark is always going to be there. And for collectors, I think myself and probably yourself, Randolph, you're always going to think it's going to be lower. But then for people, you're not so much involved in this, in the collecting side.
I don't collect to invest in pretty much anything. I collect because I really enjoy just looking at things. Like my Harry Potter boost boxes, don't care if they cost £1 or £500. Digimon cards, probably going to be worthless. Don't care. Really like them.
That's why I'm the same as well. And I've turned down cards before because I don't want it enough.
Yeah,
which is at the end of the day, you can't lose, right? Like you say. But now I'm looking, that's why I keep bringing it up in this episode. Like I look back now and I think maybe I should have, pulled the trigger on that Charizard or this card that I think is,
Yeah.
But if you don't personally like it enough, then you can't blame yourself for not.
You can't. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But from that perspective of not like being so involved in the investment side, all I can see is things are going up, and I don't see that trajectory stopping.
Yeah. Do you think you could trade a PSA 9 first edition Charizard for a Lugia PSA 10 first edition Neo Genesis?
I mean, that'd be a bad trade if you're the one getting the Charizard, I think.
Yeah, I think anyone who owns the Lugia cherishes it enough to know that even value-wise, they would rather have...
I think that's one of those cards that's low enough pop that the people that have got it care about it that much. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
but that's locked away in collections,
yeah. But my point is, I think, is that, like, you know, that Charizard that you didn't necessarily love, but you did identify as, you know, maybe a good pickup, again, will help you get the cards you want.
Yeah.
So I think there's nothing wrong with just buying it at the minute. Like not at the minute because the price is going crazy. Do you think it's going to continue like this?
I do. I don't think it will continue at the same growth. I don't think it'll be completely exponential linear, but I think it will carry on going up. I don't see it ever coming down.
I think one way to put it is I think some sets, some cards will go up and down. Like has always naturally happened in Pokemon. Some sets will be more desired, some cards will be more desired, some cards will be forgotten about. Generations would be one. And some cards, you know, that's just naturally how it works, guys. So even though as the whole Pokemon market is going up, you know, there will still be some sets.
Invest in everything.
No, you can't. Exactly.
So you got to remember as well, some cards literally do have a population of say 30. So now and then one will slip under the radar. Like there's only so many eyes on these cards. You know, one day one on eBay will go for like 50% less, and you think, is it going down? May not be going down. It just maybe someone got lucky. And on the flip side as well, there might be a card sat on eBay that someone really wants. They don't care how much it is. They want to buy it, and that'll go for a higher rate.
Well, if someone like Logan Paul wanted a card that is pop 2, and someone was like, on eBay, 30 grand?
Could do
There's
it.
a potential that card that could be something like a Ratster just sells for 30k, and you're like, what?
But obviously, we are 3 people here who literally live Pokemon every day now. So it's part of our life. So we will be in the community, we'll be in the, I guess, market every day. Whereas Logan, whether however much he loves Pokemon, I can't see him being this into it.
Not the whole time.
And that's only due to, like, he's got other things going on in his life. He may have another boxing fight.
Well, it's weird, like, full-time notes.
Full-time, yeah. So even though his interest may be there, his actual involvement may waver. And I think that's going to happen across the board with a lot of people. So there's definitely going to be a big surge right now. I don't think prices will go down because, you know, anyone in Pokemon, all we do is look at the last sold price, which actually is a problem.
Yeah,
I mean, because again, like it depends on each individual transaction, but it's very good to look at the last sold. It's definitely.
As a seller, you're not getting ripped off then.
Yeah.
It's too easy.
But you can get chills, you know, you can get all other thing which does affect it. But I think my point being that even me in 2016, I was obsessed with Pokemon, watching your videos nonstop, watching Jim at Pokemon, SM Pratt, TCA.
That's some big names I've been put with there. Thank you very much.
But that's what I was watching. Like, this is what I was watching. I would watch your video every time it would pop up, same with Gem at Pokemon. So why did I not stay as consistently in the hobby? Because now obviously I clearly still have an enjoyment in Pokemon, and that's because I was making music, I was on tour, I was doing other things, and I couldn't keep up. Even this year when COVID happened, I knew I should be buying cards, but I couldn't because my PO box was broken. I couldn't receive cards; they were getting lost in the mail, and I thought it's ridiculous. I'm not going to do it. But if I persevered, you know, I would have won. So I think a lot of people out there, if you've got a true interest, just stay in the hobby. I think that's one thing you can do. Stay alert, stay looking at prices, stay looking at, you know, collection goals. Because if you do chip away, all these people now with 12 base boxes or first edition sets of massive cards, they've not got it straight away.
No,
and most of these people don't come from necessarily wealthy backgrounds. They've just chipped away. Now, you know, bit by bit, traded one card for another, got a good opportunity here and there. So I think staying consistent is a big thing that I wish I did. But I just didn't have time. You know, I'm literally on tour, not able to like buy cards on eBay, not able to think about what I want. You know, it's hard.
Other opportunities come from that. So like,
of course.
It was definitely still. You know.
I wouldn't be here now without the opportunities I got on tour and with my music.
Where's your $500,000 Lugia chain?
I'm getting one, not a 500k, but I'm gonna get it. I think I'm gonna get like a
All-Star exclusive,
like a chain. Yeah,
that'd be pretty cool.
Not like 500k, maybe like a 5k maybe purchase.
Maybe like 499k. Like, do you know what I mean?
No, I think not only will it be a cool video and an excuse for me to do it as a video, that would be sick. But I don't know what to get. I don't know whether to get like a Pokeball first edition logo. That would be gangster.
That would be pretty cool.
Lugia. Like, I'm the one.
Yeah. So I think there's
first edition logo would look good. To be
that would look sick, wouldn't it? Or a Pokédollar, the Pokédollar sign.
Yeah.
I can't even think what the Pokédollar sign looks like off the top of my head. I remember the noise though, because it's the intro.
I think it's just a P with a Y in it.
Yeah,
I think. Or a P. It's like a yen. The yen symbol.
Oh,
is a P, But I think the first edition would be sick. So I might try and get that hooked up.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, JD's is insane, but the size of it is like this.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
So I feel like can I get like 10% of that?
Yeah.
What's 10% of 500? 50.
Yeah.
Okay, so
maybe 1%.
Yeah, 1%.
No,
there you go, 1%.
I was gonna say you don't want to do 50 grand, right?
No.
I'll get a 0.1%. You know, in the same club, mate.
Yeah. 0.1st edition.
All right, and we've got more videos to do. I think
we do. We got some evidence to do. I'm getting very excited.
So, guys,
we have to get this podcast set up because,
this is good.
I don't think we're concise enough for a trading card talk because it doesn't never make sense to the title. We were supposed to be talking about Logic's purchase, which we did.
Logic bought a card, man.
The hype around it, which we did, but I feel like we just go into different avenues, which would be perfect for a podcast.
Everyone put comments in the description below for what the podcast should be called.
Yeah.
And in the Discord.
And
Discord.
You'll
win in the Randy Discord.
You'll win a booster box from PokeRand if your name is chosen.
Oh.
So you've got an incentive to actually be smart and come up with it.
Yeah. So we want something sick. We want something that's you will see it and you will know what Pokemon is.
So we were thinking of stuff like Pallet Town or Lugia's Nest. That's a bit cringe, but something like that.
Wing fingers.
Want something with a bit of punch, right?
You like Lugia, don't you?
Yeah, I like Lugia.
I think it should be Lugia based.
It's just you wanted to do it.
Or Kyogre.
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to be part of it. Oh, well, I'm gone. Right, guys, that is it for Trading Card Talk. Thank you for joining us, Randolph. Thank you very much for being here. Hopefully,
thanks for having me.
See more of you soon. And Tom's always here. That's just a thing. So apologies for that.
I'm a smiley one. Yeah.
So we'll see you all soon. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, all the lovely stuff, and check out RandolphPokemon and PokeRand.net. See you guys soon. Bye.
Peace.